Welcome to Education Without Borders. This is the Streetwise edition. This is the Streetwise edition where we are on the road. We're on the road because we just want to prove that indeed the old adage that goes like, you can never know that you know everything unless you look at it in different ways. So we want to go on the road and ask ourselves, what are the lessons we learn on the road when we go to some of our roads in big cities like Nairobi? One of the things that more often than not you will notice is that the roads will be very busy, especially early in the morning. Early in the morning before the sun rises, we are talking about between 5 and 6. If you go to our roads, you find them very busy. They are busy with people rushing to work, but the biggest population of the people are carried in public transport. And these public transport are popularly referred to as Matatus. And one thing that comes to mind as you try to ask yourself, what lesson do I learn when I wake up very early in the morning and I want to beat the traffic jam and I rush? Then I just find that the roads could even be busier than if I had waited for 8 o'clock for the traffic to ease. The reason why these roads are very busy is because the public transport actually is teaching us to have good work ethic. What do I mean by this? I think this is contrary to what we popularly refer to the public transporters as the rogue public transporters. But I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ because we need to look at it differently. When you wake up in the morning and maybe you are a clerk somewhere in town and you leave very early in the morning, you going to use the road to get to your office, to sit there and be comfortable and begin your work in that office, in the comfort of that office. When you think about the public transporters, that driver woke up very early as well. And they woke up mainly not to go to any particular office, but to go to the road. What does this tell us? This tells us then that the road is an office of some people. We may think that they should give way so that we use it to get to our office. Stop and think about it. How about those people whose office is the road? And this public transport, the Matatus, the borders, indeed even the traffic policemen, they wake up very early. Before dawn, they wake up when it is either raining, it's dark, to just go and report to their office. Their office station is the road. Just a minute. If then we say that the road is an office of a particular people, that is the public transporters, that namely the Matatus and the borders, as well as the traffic policeman. What does this tell us? It tells us that we need to respect the owners of this office. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, supposing somebody came to my office where I go, where I earn my living, and told me that you are wrong, get out of here, you are not behaving, how would I feel? Maybe I would feel that there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect between what we perceive to be work and what is the reality. Work is what you do to earn a living, and the location you do that is what is called your office. The office is not necessarily a physical four-walled space, as we all think it is. For some people, the office is the road. Therefore, let us learn to also respect the office that is the road. And for us to be able to do that, We need to understand their culture. When you come to my office, you will need to understand my culture. Maybe there's a front office desk, maybe there's a secretary, you'll be asked to sit and wait, maybe there's a waiting room, depending on the level of the office. And you will obey without asking too many questions. How come when we get into other people's offices, that is the road, we don't bother to find out what is it that we need to understand so that we can live amicably? I would propose here that when you get to the road, you must appreciate that that's an office for the transporters, namely the matatus, even the buses, the mini buses, even the big buses. Anything that is public, especially if it is ferrying passengers who are going to work. The borders, the traffic policeman, whether it is raining or it is sunshine, they are there very early in the morning. That teaches us the importance of being zealous towards our jobs. The energy, the passion, the work ethic, I would actually call it the work ethic, and that is looking forward to getting to your office. If we all can have similar enthusiasm with the work that we do, our countries would accelerate their level of development. Therefore, in Education Without Borders, we are here to remind us that an office is not necessarily four walls and a roof. Some people have the road as their office. Therefore, what we need then to teach the transporters, the transport engineers, and the road safety engineers, we want also for them to learn that because the road is an office for some people, they need to integrate the requirements in their designs. Education Without Borders, we continue with the streetwise edition, and we are talking here about respecting offices and recognizing that for some people, the road is their office. And we want to flag out the transportation design engineers, road safety engineers, and any professionals who are charged with designing our roads. Have you sat for a moment and asked yourself, this road, there are some people who use it as their office, and they wake up before dawn and they sleep after everybody else has left their office. They transport people back and forth from their homes to the offices, from the offices to their homes, and they are the last people to leave this office, that is the road. What are the amenities? What are the facilities? Have the designers integrated that? Because that's the reality. Are there any washrooms, for example? Have you ever considered yourself standing somewhere in the rain with an umbrella and it is wet, and most of the time when it's raining, there is that psychological feeling of answering a call of nature, and all you have to do is to go look for maybe a tree? For men, this may be acceptable. But these days we have gender balance, so it's not just men who have this road as their office. We have ladies. I would like to propose, for the sake of those who use our roads as offices, in the design we integrate these places that people can feel comfortable. They do a very good job a very good job. They wake up very early. They have taught us work ethic, meaning that you wake up early, come rain, come sunshine, to go and report to your workstation. Where do these people refresh themselves? Where? Or they have to have some collaborative agreement with some, some food outlet somewhere along the road. I think it is very dehumanizing for anybody who is expected to be on a road for more than 12 hours, probably. Yet the designs have not taken into consideration that. No wonder we keep complaining that these people are rough, they're aggressive, and so on. Let us learn to make life comfortable the way we would want our offices to be comfortable, the way we would want our offices to have the amenities that are required. Let's integrate in the designs moving forward. Moving forward, we want to challenge the designers to take into consideration integrating the necessity that is at human level for those who use the road as their offices. I'm talking about 3 categories of people. And this is just a few of the categories because I'll mention one more category. I've talked about the public transport drivers and their crew. I've talked about the Boda riders. I've also talked about our traffic policemen. I'm here advocating on their behalf to our design and safety engineers as they design our roads to consider allocating part of in the design these areas where these people can feel comfortable. There's no difference between a Matatu driver or a Boda rider who woke up at 5 a.m. or even before 5 a.m. and went back home at 4 a.m. At 10 p.m. Sorry. There's no difference between that condition and a pilot in an aircraft that flies between Nairobi and Mombasa, Nairobi, Addis Ababa. You'll find the first thing that you explained when you get there, you'll be told that the washrooms are on this side and the other. And it's only 4 hours. How come? We never think that there could be permanent washrooms even on our roads at specific places, even if they are manned or sublet to even private sector. That would create jobs. Think about it. This is a challenge. Today we are here as Education Without Borders, Streetlights Edition, and we would like the streetwise to be the same standard that we expect our offices to be in. Our roads, our transport, our Boda riders, and our traffic policemen deserve to also be considered because the road is their office. They report there. They have taught us good work ethic, enthusiasm about the work. They never say it's raining. The worst time one can ever be outside is when it's raining and it's dark, with an umbrella that does not fully cover. You even sometimes fear taking water because you don't want the call of nature to catch you in the middle. Let us learn to respect our designs and integrate what is expected of any civilized society. This is Education Without Borders. Today we were talking about the Streetwise edition. Keep watching and keep learning. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe, to share, and to like, so that we can advocate for all our officers, the officers on the roads and the officers in four-walled and roofed spaces. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. We shall be back.